then you run around the blacktop, then you run around the softball field, and then the track, and then the blacktop. You run across them twice, and then you practice it. It's a mile? That's 12 a mile.
That's so easy, yeah. What's your answer?
9. The track is
Oh yeah, I can't. This is so many. I can't.
My mile time used to be an 8:20.
Hey, it's Peter over here.
And I appreciate that, both groups have been kind enough to be accommodating. So we do have 2 separate groups here today. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. So my name is Marissa Wong. I will be giving you the classroom presentation this morning. And I will be getting some help to get you guys on the tour. So right now, since we have such a large group, what we'll probably do is the 2 separate groups will go on the tour in 2 different times. So you will see the exact same thing with the presentation. So the tour is about like 35 minutes long. So after 35 minutes, we'll just do a switcheroo. So again, you'll see the same thing, you'll hear the same thing. And we're just do that for safety, because as you can see out there, you will be with the sorters, you will be with all the stuff that's falling, so it's easier if we have smaller groups, okay? All right, so let me go get our tour person, and we'll get you into your safety gear and hats and glasses, okay? Are there any initial questions before we get started? Yes, sir.
What if you're wearing glasses and sometimes the gym might be a little uncomfortable?
Okay, so for everyone who has glasses, like myself, you're required to wear the safety glasses, so they'll just fit right over, okay? Yeah, and they're not the most comfortable or the most stylish, but we need to keep everybody safe. Yes.
Which group is going first for the tour?
Pardon?
Which group is going first for the tour?
We haven't decided, but let me just make sure. Is everyone wearing sneakers? Yeah. You have sneakers? Okay, no sandals at all? Or open toe shoes? Okay. Yeah, the last couple of groups, they snuck in here and we had to do a shoe swapping. Okay, so it looks like you're all good. Okay. All right, any other questions before I get my teammate? No.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
You wearing the mask, the silver up or the silver down?
So the silver is supposed to be up, so you can pinch it on your nose.
No, I don't want them.
Craig, do you want them wearing the ears?
You know what? It's probably better that they don't. I mean, because we're not going to be exposed that long, 10 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
To go,
You only do 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, we'll run into about 10 minutes.
Oh, that's not good, because then they're going to come back
That's what I
and...
said.
Can
Do it all at the same time.
I don't think I need
Come back and do a one-shot deal.
I spent all this time for you on my own.
Can you do all of them at once? Alex and I usually do half because it's hard to hear one person. Is that in the room?
You?
Yeah, it's too hard to have
You have them all in here, you mean?
No.
It's harder to do that. 10 people, we'll run in and out. Like 10, 12 minutes.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
A lot of information at you guys. Okay? I'm going to take you. What I want you to do is to stay together. We're going to have the parent actually at the end kind of following up on it. What I want you to do is stay with us. We've got a lot of moving equipment. We have some big Cat 950 front end loaders. We have forklifts. And we have other trucks that might be coming in and out. But where I'm going to put you, we're going to be safe. We're visible. We all have our PPE, helmet, glasses, and visible. So we'll be fine. Okay?
I need to switch glasses. I can't even put my mask on the first.
Click first, so that in your mind you might have an idea of what we make here, okay? And what we need to do to recycle, okay? So those pretty much are our bales that we give as finished product. Pretty much everything else that we receive then becomes trash. There's a lot of material in our recycle bins that should not be, that we still incur, that we bring in, that we don't want. Keep our hands to ourselves. I don't want you guys touching anything. Hey, this is our finished plastics product. This is what we call mixed rigid. All what you see here is what is gone into the containers. We end up getting it. We end up throwing it into a movable bunker, and then we send it on a container line, and then we bale it. We get it compressed with a big baler, and then we just bale. Here's all your PET bottles. All your PET bottles that we get, we put them in a certain bunker also, separate. And when we sell it, we also get paid by the state, by the CRV. So that's why a lot of the weight that we distribute when it leaves, we have to know the weight so that the state can pay us more money for getting the CRV.
When you're loading it in the truck, you guys use a certain machine.
Yeah, forklift.
Yeah?
Okay, this is our rainbow product. This is all your jugs, milk, and majority of it's milk. Milk, and your detergent, bottles,
Cat litter.
yeah, anything that would be a hard, thick plastic, we would put into this product. This is what we consider a rainbow product. And we sell it, and I presume the people that do buy it, they get it, they take it to their place, they go through it, then they melt it down and make more plastic. Some of it makes clothes, polyester, things like that. So by recycling, it helps, it just keeps on, instead of putting everything into the landfill. Tin can, all your cans. Name it, green beans, beans, corn, coffee cans. You can pretty much see what it is. Carnation milk, more coffee, fruits. So.
What do you guys use to wrap it?
That's bale wire. It's galvanized. I forget the actual diameter of it. It's galvanized bale wire. So a tin can. More mixed rigid. Then you got aluminum can. With an aluminum can, you have all your beverages. UBC. Used beverage containers. UBC. Also, that we also put in there is aluminum foil. We do get a lot of aluminum foil that people actually throw into their recycle, and it gets dropped into it. Where foil and aluminum, the same. So that is nothing. This is a deep film plastic that we try to sell, but sometimes we can't because it gets too dirty. Then we have straight trash.
How much money do you get from
You know what? It varies per the market, so that's all market driven. Just like anything else would be oil, gas, anything. If people need it, demand is up, the price goes up. If people don't need it, the price will go down. So, and it's demand on the market. Trash. This is what we don't want here. This is what I know you guys have been watching the news this whole week.
Yep.
It's really starting to become an issue. It's taken us a while, but they're starting to come to realize that the citizens of San Jose need to clean up of what they're putting in their recycle bins. And it puts a lot of pressure on us. Not only us, but the machines itself, the stuff that's going in there, we can't recycle. Plus, we end up paying to get rid of this. So, we're trying to stay away from trash. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna walk you quickly onto the tipping floor. A lot of people like this. Stay over with me. Hey Benny, I got a group, huh? They'll get their load from where they pick up with you guys, and they'll bring up their truck, and all the material will fall out. Okay? Then I have the big loaders that will then push the material onto a conveyor belt and take it up to where I'm going to show you where these pre-sort people are, where our employees go through, sifting through what we need to start to sort to get the material we need. As you can see, there's a lot of material here that we don't want, that we don't like. Not good. Anything in a baggie, not good. We'll end up just throwing it. If you see a lot of the flies, that means there's food. We do not like food. Now there is some good material. You got paper, you got cardboard, you're gonna have the plastic, you're gonna have the bottles, you're gonna have other material. Yes, we do want, but there's also some material in here we don't want. So remember, now we do about 280 tons inbound every day on an average. 280 inbound tons.
You guys are the only one who do Santa Clara, or?
One more, green team. We only
Green
do
team.
2 districts, and they do district B. We do A and C.
Oh, okay.
They would be on this side. Now you know why you need your visitor, huh? You're out here, I wear it. It's for your safety and protection. Now look at, some says it's a helmet. Don't want it. Wonderful and mixed music, but we don't use it. Where'd he go? Oh, hey, here's your scale outbound. And then my scale house person will write the ticket when they leave, and that's how we determine what we got. All of that. We're going to be up at the top. I'm going to show you that when they start sorting. Okay? Come on with me. You guys bring us pots, pans, those type of things. I put into our 40-yard metal box. We take it over to Schnitzel Steel. We weigh it. We get a little bit of money out of it. We do get some of it. There's a lot of stuff in there we don't want. You wouldn't believe. There's brake drums, flywheels, things that are really heavy in metal that ruin a lot of our equipment. My guys up in that pre-sort don't see it. It goes right by them because that belt is moving. These guys do a really tough job. It may not seem tough, it's tough. 10-hour days, 5 a.m. to 3:30 in the afternoon. This here is our glass product, what you're looking at. That's your final product. After it goes through a lot of our machines, it gets broken down. It ends up going through a glass tunnel where it gets different forces of how fine it is, and we end up with one thing. Truck will come by, we'll dump it in, weigh it, it goes out, we get money for it, for the glass. Watch where you're stepping. The big part around here now is watch what you're doing, watch where you're stepping. Your ankles. There's a lot of big pieces that you don't see, so just be careful. Okay, come on. I got used oil filters, used oil, e-waste, medical waste, any biohazard, a lot of the oxygen hoses, needles, things that we don't want. Again, really fire extinguishers, propane bottles, helium bottles, things that we don't want that we end up getting, being the generator and having to dispose of. Costs us money. Not good. Those are the other things we need to start to say, well, car batteries, drill batteries. Some of our people are not recycling correctly. Okay? Watch where you're walking.
happens is with that bin is it gets collected by those really awesome gray trucks. Have you guys all seen our really big trucks coming through? Okay. Did you get to see them dump outside in the back?
No.
You didn't? You didn't?
It is dumb. We saw it go.
You saw it go, you didn't see it dump? Okay, so that's what happens when it goes into your recycling can and it comes and the truck picks it up and it comes here. So all that stuff that you guys saw that you just told me that it stinks. So it's the food, it's the wood. Any other weird things that you guys saw out there that you want to share that you saw?
Paper.
Shoes?
Shoes.
You saw a pair of shoes?
We saw shoes.
So many shoes.
And I saw hair dryers.
You saw a hair dryer. Okay, so all that stuff is not recyclable, and unfortunately,
Yeah, I
that,
saw the tapes from the old.
Did you? Oh my goodness, yeah. We get a lot of crazy stuff in here, and I have some cool pictures to show you guys. Okay, so that is what contributes to the contamination here at California Waste Solutions. Okay, so I already quizzed the other group. Do you guys have an idea of the percentage of contamination we receive?
58. 75.
40.
That's a really good guess. Very, very close. So it's below 50. Okay. Are there any other guesses?
40. 41.
46.
38. 40.
Okay, very close. It's actually 35. Okay.
But you said you take 3/4.
That's 3/4 of the city that we pick up.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have all of San Jose that we
So
collect.
you
Okay.
get 35% waste.
Pardon?
You get 35% trash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
35%. Okay. And that is a lot. That is a lot. Okay, so that's why contamination right here, when we start brainstorming some of the crazy stuff that we see, is so important for proper recycling, okay guys? Because what happens is you got to see that everything is hand sorted, right, on those lines, those sort lines. Okay, that could be your mom, that could be your dad, that could be your cousin, your grandma, your best friend, okay? Those staff that we have at California Waste Solutions are very, very special, okay? They work very, very hard to keep everything nice and clean, okay? So what happens is if you throw a bicycle, if you throw your brother, sister, just kidding, don't do that. If you throw them recycling, okay? You throw something that your mom and dad loves dearly, you'll be grounded, but it will come here to California Waste Solutions, okay? So there's this huge misconception that if you recycle it or you throw it away, it goes away. Have you guys heard that? We heard that we're a throwaway society, that we like to buy things and then we get all the wrappers and we think it goes away because we throw it away, right? So that's not true. So anything you stick in a can comes here, okay? And so with that 35% contamination, okay, that is trash, that is recyclables that have been contaminated. So we're not talking about 35% trash, we're talking about 35% contamination plus recycling that we can no longer use.
Plates that have food on them.
Yes, yes, and that's very, 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 very frustrating. It's very, very sad. Okay, so with that material, we can't process it, we can't recycle it, and so what we have to do is California Waste Solutions has to take that material, bale it. Did you see the bales of recyclable material? So we have to spend time and money to bale that and then send it to the landfill. Okay? So because our company, we are only a collection, which means that we take in material from your recycling carts, and it means that we process it, which means that they sort it, okay, into each of the different bales. Did you guys see the different bales, the aluminum and paper, and how very clean? Okay, we don't want to have other stuff in there, so that's why we ask, and we do these cool presentations for you guys to teach you that recycling is super duper important, okay? Did you have any questions about what you saw out there during your tour?
Yeah.
Incentives, questions?
Kind of question. So like,
Sure.
all the stuff on the ground that's I was saying,
Uh-huh.
doesn't that get sorted? How's that?
It does. So great, great question. Did you guys all hear that question? Yeah. Okay, so what happens to the material that drops? It gets all swept together, either when they have break or at the end of day, and it just keeps going. Okay?
So how does that end up? Like, does it just drop?
Yeah, it just drops from all the lines, the conveyor belts, okay? So same thing with the trash that is mixed with recyclables, that is clean. But you know, you saw the lines, they go very, very fast, and even though we have, you know, quite a few sorters, you know, some stuff is gonna be missed. So what happens is the material just keeps running and running, so that by the time it's in the bale, that it's as close to 100% as we can with only recyclable materials. Okay, good question. All right, so what I'll do is I'll start over on this side and pass our sweets around. Keep you guys motivated. All right, yes.
I saw that there was like a magnet that picked up all like the cans. But like not all the cans actually went down the magnet. Only like say like 90% of them.
Exactly.
What happened to the other?
That's a really great observation. So that's in that process I say that things just keep going around and around. Okay.
So you guys, so you don't take any of the trash, so it just keeps going.
It'll keep going around. Yes. Not to say that there's a time frame, like 30 minutes, that'll keep going around, but the material does have to keep being processed. So not to say that, the bales won't have some, non-recyclable material or something that, like aluminum with paper accidentally, because, we're human, there is some sort of error. Yes. Yes.
What about this?
All right, so this is gonna require a little bit of teamwork. Good question. Okay, raise your hand if you think candy wrappers are recyclable. You just have one person that thinks candy wrappers are recyclable. 2. All right, so the answer is they're not recyclable. Okay, so I need some help. Why do you think candy wrappers are not recyclable? Yes.
The candy might stick onto the
Right. All right. So here's a trick question: Are candy wrappers made out of the same material as paper?
No.
No.
No. Good answer. Okay. So ready? So when in doubt,
No.
a little bit louder.
When in doubt,
Throw it out.
throw it out.
Okay. So for example, I'll share it with the other group. If you're not sure if this is recyclable, because it has a little bit of fuzzies, it has a little bit of styrofoam, okay, you need to throw it out. Okay?
Wait.
Yeah.
But is that recyclable?
So this is not recyclable. Okay? Because it's got styrofoam, so styrofoam is not recyclable, and neither is this like fuzzy stuff. Okay? So when in doubt, throw it out. It would make it a lot easier for California Waste Solutions to keep their recycling clean. It will keep Alex out of your recycling cart, and it will make him really happy. So I have a little story to tell you. Okay, so my coworker Alex, he can't be here today. We have some other projects going on. So part of his job, he's got a really fantastic job, and he is authorized by the city of San Jose to go through the recycling bin. So have you seen somebody in your neighborhood or someone else complain that someone's going through the recycling and digging through
one
it?
of my neighbors said she got some note
Exactly.
saying that she put the black field.
Yeah.
And she said
Yeah.
no trash by summer.
Okay, so part of our job, in addition to teaching you guys, giving you tours, and bribing you with candy, is to have Alex go through the recycling. Okay, so I have a bunch of really awesome pictures that I'll share with you guys once our other half of the group comes back, and to show you that how serious the issue is with even just a candy wrapper going into the recycling. Okay, so I have another trick question: is it okay to put the lollipop stem in the recycling?
No.
Why?
Because it has
Candy.
and you're licking it.
Right.
Technically, you're licking it.
Technically, you're licking it. Okay, what about chip bags?
No. Because it has all the crumbs in it.
Crumbs. But is that the inside of the chip bag recyclable?
Like, no.
I don't know.
We do recycle, but we don't know.
Okay, so chip bags are not recyclable, okay?
No.
Yeah, there you go. Teamwork, great job, guys.
Why?
Why? Because it has the foil inside, and then the outside of it is not a high quality plastic. Okay? So I have a couple other trick questions. Are grocery bags recyclable?
Some. Right?
Plastic.
Plastic. Yeah.
Plastic. Are they recyclable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Guys, you're killing me. No. San Jose,
which
I
one,
think
the
Mondo,
plastic
San
ones?
Jose,
Oh.
yeah. San Jose
yeah, the
banned.
cardboard ones,
They
yeah.
banned plastic bags. Did you guys see a whole lot of plastic bags flying around
Yes.
in our MRF?
Yeah.
Okay. What were they doing?
Go find
Did they look like did they look like they were flowing easily through the machines, or did they look like they were hanging and getting stuck? And they were getting stuck. Okay, so that's what happens to plastic bags. Okay, they get stuck in our machines,
plastics? I can't do
So that's a really great question. Okay, so isn't that plastic? Okay, so yes, it is plastic, but they are many different types of plastics, and I have some examples on the table. Okay, so this is a plastic, right? But this is a different type of plastic than this, right? And you can even tell by feeling it. This is a thinner plastic. This is different than this. Okay, that's different than this. So we're giving away all my secrets. Okay, so these are all different plastics, right? So these are high quality plastics. These are the plastics, I'm giving away some, is accepted by California Waste Solutions, okay? So the stuff that we don't want to see is the plastic bags, okay? We don't want to see doggy bags. Do you raise your hand if you have a pet? You have a doggy? You have a doggy and you pick up doggy poop, okay? So we don't want to see poopy bags or just the bags, okay, in recycling, okay? So that answers your question about
I
plastic.
have one question. The
Sure.
bags where you put the produce in, the plastic, those bags are recyclable or no?
Okay, did you guys all hear that question? So what about the bags that you stick your fruit and your produce in? Is that recyclable?
Yes.
After what I just told you about doggy bags?
No.
Okay, so does that feel the same?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so that's what you can do is you have to compare and contrast. So if this is the same and this is the same, you also look at the bottom. So we accept numbers 1 through 7. 1 through 7. Okay? Plastics.
But it's like this have a number on it.
It does, it should. Yeah.
like
If you
one
look at stuff, it should have a number. Okay? All right, good question. Any other questions? No? All right, well, I have some trick questions for you guys, okay? We get a lot of compost in the
Well, I have
recycling. Yes.
How do you pack it with the how do you pack
bales.
this?
The bales,
Yeah.
how do they pack it? So it goes in the machine and it squashes it together, and they use like a high quality wire and they wrap it so that it
The
won't.
machine does.
Yeah, so the machine crunches it. Yeah.
I have
But does the machine wrap it or are you like this?
The machine wraps it. Yeah.
there is one kid missing and he had 3 questions. So,
Oh, okay.
so the question one is what would make your job easier?
What would make our job easier? All right. So for me personally, or for the company?
For the company.
For the company. So what would make the job easier for the company is for the city of San Jose to
Focus more.
do a better job recycling. Because as I said before, the contamination is 35%, and that's very, very, very high.
There's like
Okay.
How
This-
many hours does it take to sort out the trash you get?
How many hours does it take to sort? All day. Yeah.
So one more question is this your passion to help with garbage?
Is this my passion? Yes. Yes. I've been with CWS for a long time, and I do the tours and the presentations because I love kids. I love teaching recycling. I make the games to make it more fun for you guys to learn about recycling because it's very, very dear to me. I've had the opportunity to see all the parts of waste management, which means to go to a landfill and to work with the city and see how they use programs to make recycling better, which is why we're doing this. It's a program with the city to help with that, and to also work with the waste industry. So it's very, very exciting. So
Thank
very-
you, Marissa.
Yes. Yes.
So for us, our garbage day is Wednesday
Wednesdays.
that they're gonna come. So is it every day that garbage trucks come and dump, or is it just Wednesday?
Every day.
So
Different parts.
different places have different days.
Yeah, great question. So you guys, does everyone know what day the recycling truck comes?
Wednesday.
It's all Wednesdays for you guys?
Yeah, we are
Tuesday.
close
We
by.
love-
Gotcha. It's like, oh, what a winky dink. Okay, so yes, that is a great question. So the recycling is Monday through Friday. Okay, so each and every person gets picked up on a different day. And the reason why is because we only have X amount of trucks, right? And City of San Jose is very large. So in order to reach everybody, all of our truck drivers, who are very awesome and special and friendly, by the way, are committed to a certain route. So route meaning neighborhood, okay? So they have a specific neighborhood that one truck does every Wednesday.
Like a
every
mailman.
Thursday,
Like a
every
mailman.
Friday. Pardon?
Like a mailman.
Yes, like a mailman, yes. Okay, so that means truck A does route A, B does B. So route A never, yeah, so they never switch. Yes.